And let's go for it. Go.
We're back on the Ride 9 Feet Lounge, still joined by the best team in radio, and we got the dynamic duo brothers. They're not just guests; they family to this thing. It's almost, I guess, now almost 10 years they've been coming back and forth. Well, I'm trying to. I don't want people counting my numbers because that means that I'm showing my age and them brothers too. Ladies and gentlemen, they did the checklist. Blew out shows all through New York, New Jersey, down south, and now they got a film out called BrainFest. They're making it happen. They're brothers as well. Wali Burgos, Khalid Burgos, welcome to the show, fellas. Welcome back, man.
Thanks for having me.
No doubt. And Wali, I got home. Yes, sir. You are home, and I got to thank you, Wali, because I reached out to you last minute. And true, style and professionalism, like, hey, I'll be there. And I really appreciate that.
No doubt. I told you we had another one to do today, too. I just had to check the time. Once you said 3:30, I said, oh, no, we're going to do it.
Nah, no doubt. Yeah, 3:30, we in the barn by then. We're done. I got a couple.
10 years, man. Like this was our first ever interviews. Right?
Yeah.
I've always been a professional. Like, we did a lot of podcasts. Like, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Man.
I appreciate that. Again, in game recognized game, when you first came out and guys were doing, you just were trying to find your way. I know, I've had conversations with both of y'all, and y'all just had this passion, this drive. And what I really respect and appreciate it, because that's when we were like, peddling and scratch. Hey, Rodeo, you got another nickel? We can pay the studio.
He still asks the same.
Now it's for other reasons now.
It ain't a nickel now. It's dollars.
But you guys have really grown, and now you have this phenomenal film called BrainFest. Talk about it for a little bit.
We went. It happened when we wrote BrainFest. I wrote BrainFest a while ago before Checklist. But we wanted to, go in a different route. We didn't want to do the regular black films type thing, you know what I'm saying? We wanted to show our skills with the writing.
Right.
But when we hit COVID, everybody's watching TV, and then the Tubi stuff started going crazy with black films. So we was like, oh, all right, they ready for BrainFest now. Let's give them BrainFest. So we just went in the lab, and we was like, let's do BrainFest, and that's how it happened. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. And again,
I'm just curious, where did the plot come from? Like, whose idea was it?
Steph, you're from the Bronx. Think about Brain.
Well, listen.
Let him explain. Let
the movie people explain.
That's the question.
See, I went to a BrainFest before, right? At 19 years old, right, with a friend of mine, female friend of mine. She was doing a bar. I never heard about a BrainFest before. So it was all new to me. You got to have the passcode and all that to get in these places in Brownstone in Harlem. I'll never forget.
After hours.
Yeah, and what I was amazed by, that everybody had to pay to get in, even the dancers, even the girls that was performing. Because it's like it's a strip club, but it has rooms.
Underground.
Yeah, where you can take the girls to a room and, I guess do what you, like I said, I was there with
have great conversations.
Kev been there before.
You
seem real familiar.
I've been to the Green Door in the Bronx.
She was the bartender. And she made like over $1,200 that night, and I was like, "Wow, it's money in this." And I was like, "Damn!" The guys do the door; they get the money from the door, the bar, and the rooms. And BrainFest, we just added gambling too. You know what I'm saying? When I was there, they had the basketball games on for the guys. Like it was like a nigga heaven.
It was a lounge, but after hours.
Like Sugar Ray, huh? From Harlem Nights. Sugar Ray, basically.
Listen, I'm from the Bronx too, right? Originally, and let me tell you,
that Bronx.
I live the bartending lifestyle and whatnot. My girl, she still does after parties and stuff. Wow. I've been to a few, but never to the extent of what you guys are describing. I'm like, hold up.
Good, I'm glad.
And don't get it misconstrued. It's not the main.
I was just getting ready to say that. That's the way me and my brother write. Like that BrainFest is not even a movie, but we knew the name. We'll grab people, and we go in there. But that's not the movie.
Listen, y'all want to do a BrainFest too, holla at me, man, because I'll be one of the owners of the place. I will put respect on that.
Of course you would.
But again, obviously
Kev, is it necessary? At this
Yeah,
point?
go ahead, please. The disclaimer. We
Ladies
have
and
guests in the room too. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, the views and opinions, voiced opportunities, and experiences of individuals on this panel are strictly that of rodeo. Has nothing to do with the rest of us. Okay, Mom? Nothing to do with the rest of us.
I ain't got nothing.
It's a documentary now. This is real. This ain't no fakeness.
And again, with this film here, you got such names as Darren Henson, accomplished actor, Brenda Raquel, who's actually somebody I really respect. So again, I mean, when you guys put these things together, because again, if you're coming from an independent space, right? So it's not like, okay, let's just call Spike and give us the 10 million, right? So you're building this up. How, from people who are watching this, whether they're independent and media or looking to do films, talk about that grind, because that is not easy. I mean, you guys are talking like it's easy, but I know y'all, and this is a labor of love. Cleve, jump on that.
And World should probably talk about this, but World had the brilliant idea of, because going back to Checklist,
right?
Checklist he wrote as a movie, so we're supposed to do that as a movie. That was our focus, movies. Right. That's always been our focus, movies. But because financially, and because, well, you already know, the play lane was kind of dense.
Right. Yeah,
we did that. I'm not professional with this gum in my mouth.
Nah, you good.
And
yo, way chewing.
BrainFest, it still was the same thing, like financially. But World came up with this brilliant idea of getting 10 executive producers to give 10,000. So World, World knows everybody, and it wound up. It wound up really working out. We got 10 names. We got Showbiz. We got Michelle, Queen of Harlem.
Nice.
We got Don Florio, who's the best lawyer in the city. We got Mayor, you know what I'm saying, Fat Joe's man. My brother-in-law, Roof, Queens. TT and Monet, TT and Keisha from Jersey, so they family. Like, so we got family. My Uncle D, like, so we got family too. We all, we always, it's always family,
right?
And these people, we got some people that we wanted to put in that didn't put in, and we'll talk about that another time.
That could be when you come back.
Yeah, some people you expect to be there for you that wasn't there.
Yeah,
and
we got Jachan too.
Jachan Green. She plays my wife again. You know what I mean? So
Deja vu.
Mean shoe game.
For real.
Mean shoe game.
And we had the meetings. We had the layout. But just like with Checklist, we didn't know what we was doing. We didn't know what we was doing. K Boogie was really probably the
salute to K Boogie. He's
shout out to Spanish Fly Media.
Yes,
he put the film crew together, man. And the biggest compliment that we get, mostly like when we show the reel or the trailer, before you even know what it is about, the clarity. It looks like a real movie. Yeah. And that's big for us, because that's
half the battle.
That's half the battle. Yeah. We didn't want it to look garbage. And that's the first thing. We got calls already for distribution just off. They don't even know what it's about. The preview don't tell you everything.
Right.
But what y'all need? I'm ready to distribute it. Blah 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 blah. And we did that. Took us longer because we went over budget. Obviously, we thought we knew how much it was going to cost. Darren, you know what I'm saying, wasn't really expected, but he read it. World had sent it to him.
Right.
He wasn't really a part of it, but we had met him through my niece, Tyler.
Right.
She had a book signing. Her father and him is real cool. He came to the book signing. Him and World wound up chopping it up.
Big shout to Gordy.
Mr.
Big shout to Gordy. Big shout to Warren. They both contributed. Both of them. And without even asking, just gave. And him and World chopped it up, World, being World, and World sent it to him. He read it right when we was putting it together. He called World and was like, "Yo, I want to be a part of it."
Like when y'all see the movie, we wanted him to play the my song part. My song plays the part that I wanted Darren to play.
Uncle D.
Because only because it only had like 4 parts, like 4 or 5. We wanted, we gotta get this big actor. We gotta use him and
gotta get him
one day and get him out
in and out.
One day we start knowing about the day. You pay an actor one
he's
day
union.
by day. So he's like, that's the only reason, but my son does a fucking great job. But when I sent him the script, he was like, "No, I want to be the father." I was like, the father got a couple more days. I'm like, "Sure, you want to be the father?" But I was so impressed. I'm like, "All right, you're the father."
No, like World said, he's super cool. He did Zoom meetings with us. read. He didn't fly in all the time, but he read.
But he was engaged.
And gave super automatic. He really liked the product. He saw it.
Right.
He saw like, yo, this is good.
Again, Wali Khalid Burgos, the movie is BrainFest. Go check it out. I mean, the one thing about you guys that I've always appreciated is that you've taken people who maybe never thought about anything about being in plays or films and gave them lanes, right? Their biggest acting's probably on the phone, doing a skit for their mama in the living room. Go ahead, baby, do that little dance you do, right? But you've actually made people into names and celebs, and I remember talking to a few of the actresses from the checklist, and they was like, when they go out sometimes, they people like, oh, I know you, and I know that's probably a great feeling. Talk about, and I'll start with you, Wali, because I've seen you in director mode, and it's almost like watching Pat Riley a little bit. It's like it's a different situation. It's Nick Saban on a football field. But talk about director mode when you're working with people necessarily who don't know the rigors like a Darren Henson would, but you have to get the most out of them. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, that's what we pride ourselves on, casting. It took us 300 people. We started off with one day we was doing in casting. We we sent it out, turned it into 3 days because we didn't see. It was 100 and some people every day too. And it took us forever to pick 30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was like,
some long days and nights, huh?
Yeah, because we want people that want it. If you want it, we'll get you there. You know what I'm saying? And we're so proud of the 4 kids we got in this movie. I can't wait for the world to see them because it's like you said, y'all ain't seen them before. You know what I'm saying? We picked them. You know what I'm saying? Acted probably in little stuff, but nothing big. You know what I'm saying? One's an MC, Neek Bucks. Never act before, you know what I'm saying? Serious, like you come with us, you acting, you know what I'm saying? It's none of that. We got Kaya, baby, but you gonna act. We don't get actors or we don't let comedians come in like it looks like, I don't know, but like these movies, like especially a lot of these Tubi movies, a lot of them will give a comedian range to just like, just say what you want.
You're right.
We don't play that.
Right.
You gotta go by.
That's why I said you like Nick Saban.
Gotta go by the script.
It's funny you say that because speaking of that, we had some popular, I won't say their names, but we had some popular people come in that just didn't have it.
Yeah,
and they really thought they was just
they
because
go
they
doing
named,
it. Yeah,
we had literally names that could have helped the film, but couldn't act to save their lives.
Right.
And we wouldn't do it. And
Yeah.
we tried to find a way for them. And couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you see whoever you see in the film, they earned it. Because World, another genius move about World.
Yeah, what we did.
We always would pick, because there was a lot of us and there was a lot of executives there. Of course. Everybody had their picks. So it was always like 2 or 3 for each role, but we would get it down to 2. And that third day was the battle. Like, y'all both could be X.
See, that's the artist in you right there.
And it was genius because I'm telling you, when you watch the movie, the people that got the 2 parts or 2 scenes or something, watch how much they stand out because they was up for the first part. You know what I'm saying? This is the person that was battling the guy that got the lead role.
Right.
So the one that lost, he got to be good because he's battling. So the movie's done so well because all our actors, everybody that we got coming in, they bring a lift. They keep it going. They keep it going. You know what I'm saying? On the acting tip. You know what I'm saying? So we're proud of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what we want people to look at, the acting really and the storyline more than you got to get money to get the car scenes and the real blow up fighting scenes. So dialogue, like Quentin Tarantino type, Spike Lee, John Singleton type. We want to grab the people to, and like I said, man, just seeing the 2 when we showed the cast and the crew and the executive, the way they was paying attention to it was scenes in the movie that like we was talking that I didn't like. I'm like, I don't like, like the people who might man, they made me love this scene. I'm like, wow, I love this scene now because I saw the reactions. Like it worked. You know what I'm saying? That's the one Darren and can't treat like
you always hated that scene.
I'm like,
you wanted to take it out.
Man. But I saw it work and I saw they was just like the play. Like I said, it just reminds me of the play, like where they was following the work, they following the script, they following the story, they in it, in it, you know what I'm saying? Not too many people on their phones or something, like, we got their attention, and that's important, you know what I'm saying, to grab their attention. But the movie was going to be 2 hours and 40 minutes, but we knew like, wow, you know, we had to cut it to 2 hours,
right?
And we still mad about that. We still talking about scenes right now. You gotta put that up.
Well, y'all always have movies where they have the
we always talking about that too.
Will it be able to? Will it go to Tubi or Prime?
Yeah, we already asked us.
Yeah. We want to see how that
already.
Yeah.
We got it in some of the film festivals. We want to see what happens.
Gotcha.
Yeah, what happens.
Yeah. You know, we don't want to say Tubi's the last resort, but we just want to see what happens.
Yeah, the deals will be better. Like, you know, we showing what we can do on our own. You know, I think they'll talk to us a little different, but we ready to, you know.
I want to say this, like, we have watched y'all grown since day one. You have watched how we have grown day one. Yep. Well, now, when you sitting at home and you watch these award shows all of a sudden come on, do you see yourself saying another couple years, you know,
I got speeches ready.
Yeah.
Literally.
They're going to put the music with Khalid.
I know what.
You ain't get me off this stage.
All of that. I know what movie. I got a movie that I know, like we call it our Oscar movie, like about my father, mental health. And, you know, we had situations with my father with mental health, being in Bellevue while we was kids.
Right.
And my pops was normal. And we would see people around him that was crazy, and we're like, "Oh, Pop, what's you know?" We didn't understand it, but he would have mental breakdowns, and then just be normal, and we just didn't 10, 8, 9-year-old kids, we didn't understand it,
right?
You know what I mean? So that whole it was a roller coaster for my mother, for us. I'm surprised we not. People say we are, but I don't feel like we're traumatized. But we're from the Bronx, so everybody got some type of trauma.
Yeah, we all got a little trauma.
We're all doing well. Yeah, and our background, the way I came from.
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, in the World, the Checklist and BrainFest, World wrote.
Yeah.
I got my little piece in Checklist, and in BrainFest, I came in because when World was writing, one of the jail, there's a section of jail, and World would call me and be like, "Yo, I want to do X, Y, Z." I'm like, "I don't do that."
Right.
And he'll call me and be like, "Yeah, do this."
Right.
And then it got to the point where he called me so much, he was like, "Yo, why don't you just write the jail scenes?"
Yeah.
So I wrote the jail part. That's how I became a writer on BrainFest.
But the thing about you, Khalid, I think, and I'm gonna say this because you're being modest. Yeah. Because the reality is that
way better writer than me.
Yes, you're being modest because again, me and Rodeo, that's my older brother, and we kid a lot, but it's there, and that's the same thing with you guys, and you. The way you move, you protect your brother.
Absolutely.
You always protect your brother, and that's one thing about it. So, he knows that if the world ain't going to tell him the truth, you going to tell him the truth unequivocally. Absolutely. So I look at the dynamic where it can't be Wali without Khalid and Khalid without Wali, because in this game, as we all know, man, it's a lot of paper mache, it's a lot of plastic. And when you meet, and you just was blessed to have that as your brother. Yeah. But it's not a lot of real people out here. So when you have that, we
pride ourselves on that.
Exactly. So that's why I respect the fact that you guys come. Whenever I reach out, it's never like, oh, hey, I don't know. We're gonna call my agent.
They almost at that say, hey, Wally.
And I always feel like we'll never
be called a super producer. Yo, call my man Telly in L.A. He'll take care of you. But
not to y'all.
But again,
y'all first. Y'all the first ones that gave us a shot.
I just want to say this too. Like my brother, like I said, we chose, even with checklists, because we have a bunch of scripts, and his scripts, we had sent his scripts off. They big his scripts up more than mine. Just put it that way. But we just know we need money to do his movie. So it was only right. All right, we could do BrainFest with cheap money.
Right.
But with his joint that we're working on, that's already done already. Like that's amazing.
That's gonna type.
But
that's when we can have the scene, the movie scene. Y'all come on the show and it be like Jerry Springer or something. I got visions too, fella. Let
me pose this question, because I've had the luxury of having a position that neither one of you have, and that's that I've managed a studio that you previously came to do interviews with them. I've watched them grow. I've sat in the back and I've truly watched you brothers just expand. And if there's one thing that has always been telling about the two of you, is that y'all got it out the mud. Absolutely. Literally straight scrapped and clawed and got it out the mud. Absolutely. And I think that even with the level of technical detail to the checklist, there's an undertone of this thing has to work. We're going to get this out the mud. People who don't understand you. So can you talk a little bit about the team you put together to make this vision come true? Now, I'm biased. I know your your filmographer. Humblest, nicest, kindest guy ever.
Absolutely.
But got it out the mud.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So there's someone who's critical to this. How important is it that your team have a understanding that goes beyond the surface of getting it out the mud? Because it's consistent. Everything you do is consistent.
Well, first, like the foundation starts with family. You know what I'm saying? My little brother handles everything. You know what I'm saying? And he really puts the team together. Like, KB's been family since our other brother AG. Like, he did videos with him.
Right.
Once we met KB, it's family right away. You feel real recognized, real, and his work ethic too. Him and Ray. So if you work hard, we want you on the team, and we open arms. Like everybody, it's so crazy. We with Checklists and with BrainFest, we made a family. Like these kids is our family. Like these actors, oh my God, and it's crazy. We just had the casting crew see the film, and there was people there interviewing one of the actors, the star actor. And she was asking him, like, what was it like working with them? And he was like, first thing he said is family. And the interview lady said, I see it. She said, I see all y'all right now. She said, it just looks so much family and love. It's just so much love. And that's what we concentrate on more, too. So just working with us, you come into a family, and we bout our business. We serious. Like he said, I could get crazy. Everybody probably hate me. I need
the
my
Nick
brother
Saban of filming.
Yeah, the Saban coworkers.
You gotta let people know this is serious now.
They know we're passionate about it, and we love hard. You know what I'm saying? We got a slice of pizza, everybody eat. And they know that too. That's why they grind with us. Oh my God, like the actors, we put them through it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Paying wise and money, but they did it with us because of the family origin, like they know it could cause. We ain't ducking nobody, we here, we grinding, like, you know what I'm saying, and they believe, and we just hold pride on that, just making it a family atmosphere.
Let me ask,
I think that's what makes it easy for people to work with us.
Let me ask, y'all had, like I said, y'all really had, like, when you started, y'all started with a lot of people that y'all personally knew and gave them a platform, and we want you to just come and do the show, don't worry about it. Now that y'all have grown, and some of these people that acted in your plays and doing a movie they went to do other things.
Absolutely.
If you was to call any of them say, listen, I got a project, would they automatically come right back?
I think automatically.
They did. Brenda came back for the
right. Commodore. Yeah, I think all of them.
Yeah,
Chris.
Chris came back.
Yeah, but I think
they Papa Joe.
And I think they respect.
Boss Joe.
They respect, just like we respect their work, and that's what we important too. Like, we just as dope as you. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted.
Game recognized game.
We working too. So don't like you ain't gonna not get bigger than us, but you gonna respect us.
Because Chris is family. Chris did our video.
That's
he did our video.
He wasn't actually. Chris wasn't even in it. He kept asking. But he didn't come to auditions. I'm like, yo, bro.
Yeah.
300 people came. Yeah, but what? Can't audition.
You see my movies? I only saw one, brother.
Somebody back. Frank V, our little brother, he's in Boston, so he just couldn't make the rehearsals. And never made. He would do it on Zoom. And we just got to the point where he's like, you know what? I don't know. He called us or called whatever it was.
Y'all made it work.
It made it work.
Yeah,
and he murdered it. Jail scene. He murdered it.
Yeah.
Murdered it. Like killed it. So, and that was last minute.
Yeah.
But he's so professional.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal actor. Yeah.
He was on set. Like,
right.
You want me to? I was like, no, do it like this. Just don't forget this part. Just make sure, because that was like my. Yeah, that was my scene.
Right,
I know.
Right. You're Scorsese there, like, no.
Yeah, and it's fair. You can't get up.
Put the peanut butter
can't get up from the table.
He wouldn't have told y'all like what part he was writing and all that stuff. I guarantee you, when you see it, you wouldn't be able to tell like the writing difference. I be watching some of the scenes. I used to be watching. I'm like, I killed it right here. And I'm like, oh shit! Like he wrote this part. I'm like, oh my God. But that's how dope he is, and it reminds me of myself because I didn't even know. Like
that's our slogan. Like we won. Like we won. We in tune.
I bet you couldn't be able to tell like where the beat go off or something.
Are y'all? So now this is over. Are y'all back? y'all got so. I know y'all got something else y'all starting to write right now.
Yeah,
we 6 more.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, TV shows. Yeah, done.
Really?
I mean, it's been 10 years of trying to work the check. We getting the checklist back. Like we still in. Checklist didn't blow up.
Right.
13 sold out shows, but that was like you said, Jersey and New York.
Yep.
Like,
You thinking about doing checklist the movie?
We still,
next?
that could be next. If we get a decent budget, but we don't have to be crazy with it. We could do that because you saw checklist. It's not too many places, ain't no action scenes and all. So we might.
I know Khalid gonna be like, why don't you call 950 Lounge? I know what I'm saying. I know somebody up there got some money.
Call Rodeo, he got the money. But
that's why we waiting to see what happens with the film festivals and the screenings.
All good, and again, there's no rush. Time is of the essence. But again, I can't thank you guys enough, man, for coming. Continues blessings and success. You know how we get down. We always here for you.
Yes.
Wali Burgos, Khalid Burgos, the movie's BrainFest. Thank you, fellas, again. Appreciate you coming on. Continue blessings and success. We're going to keep this thing moving. The best team in radio. Now we're taking over streaming TV, as we always do. Don't go nowhere.